What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy J Reed for J Reed's Love of Cars. It's a beautiful, hot Sunday day. And when I say it's hot, it's hot. So, there's something interesting about this garage, if you ain't noticed. What do you see? You don't see nothing. You don't see Sexy Red. Nowhere. Now, if Sexy Red ain't in the garage, that could mean only one thing. What do you think that could mean if Sexy Red is not in the garage? Pearl is back. We got the C6 Corvette back in the garage. Ooh, I just washed this. Did a horrible job. Horrible. Yes, the C6 is back. Oh, I missed it so much. I missed the power so much. I miss everything about it so much. Okay, enough of that. We got the C6 Corvette back, and she's been gone for about almost 2 months. If you ain't been following the channel, I had to get a new transmission in the old girl because I cooked the other one. I cooked the converter. Everything was cookity cook. The converter needed new clutches, and the input shaft was jacked up. So we had to get the converter rebuilt, and we got the transmission rebuilt as well. Now, it wasn't just rebuilt, it was built. So this old girl is able to hold about 1,000 horsepower now, give or take a few. We are good to go. Now, here's the thing. When you start trying to make horsepower with these cars, oh man, it gets costly. Here's one thing I've learned, and you may want to learn this too if you are thinking about modifying your car. C6 Corvette specifically. You know, it's expensive. No matter how you look at it, it's going to cost you some money, especially if you don't know how to do the labor yourself. I don't have time. My car would have been still sitting up. Do it look like I have the room to pull the transmission? It's just, where would it sit? If the car is right here, where would the transmission sit? Where would anything sit if I had to work on this car and the car is right here? There's no way in hell she's gonna let me sit her car on the outside. That just ain't happening. So if that's the case, I have to take my stuff to the shop to get fixed. I don't mind doing it because I don't have to do it that often. But anyway, I digress. The whole point of this is, what I'm trying to say is, if you're thinking about modifying your C6 Corvette, you're going to want to think long and hard. Long and hard about it. For several reasons. Number one is, it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. But most of you, if you own one, you already know it's not cheap. I mean, a set of headers ain't cheap. Nothing is cheap. But there's another caveat that comes into play that you don't really think about until it's time. Once you've done all the bolt-ons, you spend about 10 grand or whatever with all your bolt-ons. You got a cam, you got headers, you got cold air intake, tune. You've done all of that. You want more power. Then you add a supercharger. That's another 67,000 right there plus the labor. You get your supercharger and you realize, oh, my shit get hot. Now you got cooling issues. Add another 2,000 or so on that. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. Add another 3,000 onto a fuel system. Oh, my shit is still running hot. But only now, not only is it running hot, but you don't know what to do. So now you got that caveat into place because you think you've done everything you can to get that bad boy to running like it should, and it's still not. It's still not. So now you got to figure that out. And sometimes that takes time, and it definitely takes money. Money that you may not have to take a chance on, because some things may work, some things may not, but you ain't getting that money back regardless. Now, you've got your supercharger. Let's just say you've got your cooling under control for the engine. You forgot about the transmission. That mother snucker is getting toasted as hell. So then you got to get a transmission cooler on it, but you waited too late. Now your transmission is cooked. Your converter is cooked. Because you're making way too much horsepower for what that stock transmission could handle. And it can't handle that much. Well, I take that back. It can handle quite a bit. It just depends on how long you want it to actually work. But the point in case is, now that incremental cost, $5,000 here, $6,000 there, once you get that power adder and you start spending $13,000, $14,000, everything goes up from there. It goes up from there. There's no more $2,000 here, $1,000 here. You break that transmission, you're gonna have to buy a new one or get yours built. It's as simple as that. And you're looking at anywhere from $13,000, and I'm including labor, between $13,000, $20,000, just depending on what you go for. Because here's the thing, you are not going to put in the same level of transmission that you just had in there. You better be thinking ahead and be thinking about what power you may add. Even if you have no intentions of adding it, you want to have a little bit of cushion in it, for sure. So now, this car, you got $16,000 in a 20-year-old car, just in the transmission alone. But then you start thinking, man, good goggly boggly, do I really even want to continue doing this? You can't sell it with no broke transmission. At least I hope you wouldn't. So then you go put the transmission in there. You ain't gonna want to sell it because you done got the biggest thing fixed. Why would you sell it and you ain't gonna get that $16,000, $13,000, $14,000 back from that transmission? So now you see where I'm going with this. It just keeps on giving, or taking rather. And then let's not talk about the engine. So the transmission build, I've always knew that would have to be done eventually. But when reality sets in, boy does it set in. So that means the next thing would be the engine. It will need to be not necessarily rebuilt, but I would like a built engine in here. So we probably would be looking at the same amount of money that I just spent on the transmission. And need I remind you, my car is a 2010. Why do we do this? I cannot answer that question. But you can't stop once you just can't stop. Now, am I fixing to get that anytime soon? Hell no. Now let's throw in this other caveat. You do all of this money, you spend all this money, get all this work done, and now you're scared to use it for what you put the power. Anyway, so now you're scared to use it for what you actually built it for, because you know if it breaks, you're gonna be crying like a mother snucker. So then what happens? It sits up in the garage and you drive it every now and then to the grocery store, may get a few pulls on the highway. Total waste of money. You should have just kept it stopped. You should have just kept it stopped. So that's essentially what I'm getting at. If you're thinking about taking your car to the limit, like me, I'm trying to take mine to the limit. I can't even tell you why. But it's getting up in the realm of, I don't even know if I want to spend that kind of money. But, you know, the transmission is done. I'm hoping that lasts for a while. But we got another problem with it now. So when they put the transmission in, we got a pretty large transcooler sitting right in between the intercooler and the radiator. So you already know what's happening with that. And need I mind you, I have a DeWitt's radiator, but I'm still rocking stock fans. So now the next upgrade is going to have to be a better fan. It's as simple as that. Because now in this Texas heat, which I don't drive it that much in the summer anyway, we are easily seeing 230. If y'all seeing 230 on the coolant temperature, and the oil is probably around 240, is that bad? It's my understanding it is what it is. These cars run hot, whoop-de-whoop, bobbity-bob. And in the summertime, you can't, I mean, it ain't never been good. I never have driven it to work in the summertime for that very reason. So regardless, you know, it gets toasty. So I'm just here to tell you, before you start thinking about all of these fancy ideas of modifying your C6 Corvette, these are all the little problems that can come your way. And if you look on the Facebook groups, look on the forums, and you think it won't happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. This your boy. Like, comment, and subscribe.